Okay, so I feel like you're about to have a little bit of an emotional moment or some sort of emotional experience that maybe is a little bit draining for you because you have so much hope and faith in something about your life. I don't know what it is. It could be your home, it could be your spouse, it could be your kids, but there's something that you really have held the faith for. And if you don't have these things yet, like if you don't have a home, or if you don't have a spouse, or if you don't have kids, or if you don't have family, if you don't have people close to you, community, some sort of happy ending, some sort of like good feeling at the end of the day, if right now you're in a period of your life where you don't have that, it's almost like you're in a space where like it doesn't even matter to you that you don't have that, because you have so much faith that you will have it, that you're able to ignore the not having of it, if that makes any sense. So you could just be really in a space where you've like been asking God for something, and you've been holding on to the faith that you know that God will give you like what it is that you have asked for. I feel like you have a faith that's deeper than anybody can fathom, really. And this faith comes from all the times that your prayers have been answered. I feel like God has never not answered your prayers. But there's a difference between like living in faith and living in the world. And sometimes, we try to put that together. We try to bring our faith into the world, which means like, I'll give you an example. Say if a friend asks you out for lunch and you don't have any money to go eat lunch with your friend, it's very easy to have faith that God will provide for your needs and feed you and give you good experiences if you don't have to um, put that faith in action. So it's whereas you may be reading your Bible, you may be having faith that everything is going to be exactly as you have asked God for it to be, but at the time it's like you're saving up faith. It's like money in the bank, but you don't have anything that you need to spend it on right now. That's just faith in itself. But then faith in the world is like when that friend asks you to lunch and you're confronted with the choice of like, do I lie and say, or it's like, do I affirm that I don't have money? Like, do I affirm lack and say, yeah, I'd love to have lunch with you, but I just really don't have the money right now? Or do you turn it down, and do you affirm this state of not having this? And so you say, I don't have the money and I don't see myself having the money. So I'm not going to be able to have lunch. Or do you do the thing that like the world can see is kind of weird, whereas you accept the invitation to lunch knowing damn well that you don't have the money, but you have faith and you believe that you will have the money before the lunch comes up. There's something about where your faith can make you feel a little bit embarrassed. It can make you feel like a failure when it is put to the test, because there could be something that you have like asked God for and something that you believe for, and there could be some sort of like date or end date or deadline or something. Like maybe you asked for something by a certain age, or maybe you asked for something within the next year, maybe you asked for something to happen within 2026. There's some sort of like physical demonstration of what it is that you have asked God for that you have not received. And I feel like you're running out of time to, by the deadline that you set, or by the deadline that reality has set for you, you're running out of time to prove this thing. But so I feel like right now your mind is very much on like protecting your faith, protecting your ideas of what you will have and what God will do for you. So you could be in a space where you're not really like allowing people, places, and things into your energy because you don't want people to see, or you don't want people to sense that it's difficult for you to, like, what I like to call it is hold that note, when you're joining like the chorus of life. Sometimes our voices can falter, if we if we're not feeling strong. And you could just not be feeling strong right now. You could just be really having difficulty in believing that everything is going to work out the way that you want it to work out. So I see that you will. I mean, you're just, there's no easy way around this. I feel like you're going to be in your feelings, or maybe you've been in your feelings. um and maybe you were comforted, or maybe you were, there's like certain Bible verses that you read, or certain synchronicities that happened, but there's something that has been able to like buoy your spirits and keep you hopeful, keep you faithful, keep you in a positive frame of mind. This could be like an illness that you're dealing with. There's just something. So whatever your happy ending is for you, you are having faith that you will receive it. But right now, I feel like it's just really difficult. It's really hard to keep having faith. This reading is like asking you really to just pull on everything that you know right now. Every affirmation you've ever said, every positive thing that you've ever said to yourself, every belief that you've ever held. This is like every scripture you've ever read. This is asking you to go back and put your power into these very practical things. So if you feel like you're checking your bank account and the money's not there, or you're going to the doctor and the doctor's not saying what you want them to say, is it's very easy to feel like you failed, because you're like, okay, well, I had faith and the thing didn't work yet, or the thing didn't happen. There's something where it's hard for you to perceive yet. It's hard for you to internalize that this thing hasn't happened yet, the not yetness of it all. And there's something about the not yet that you're emotionally interpreting as a no, a never, a won't, a didn't, can't. And none of that is true. It's simply, this thing has not happened yet. So you're being asked to try to do these very practical things to help bring your faith back into alignment, so that you can start to see the not yet for what it is, which is just not yet, which is not a no, it's not a can't, it's not a don't, it's not a didn't, it's not a ain't, it's not a won't, it's just not yet. So I think what's very important for you to focus on at this time is the things, the yeses that you have received, the ways that you have been blessed. Because maybe it's because you haven't received like the one blessing that you're asking for, it could be hard for you to remember the blessings that you have received. Remember the prayers that did give you comfort. Remember the scriptures that tell you not yet is not a no. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like there's certain tools. You have tools to get yourself through these rough patches and these rough periods. But I feel like you're tired of using the tools, because to have to use the tools just reminds you that this shit has not happened yet. I feel like you're feeling very impatient. So there's a couple things that you're being asked to do. Number one, you're being asked to look at the blessings that you already have, and look at the times that you have felt this way before and how everything turned out all right. So you're kind of being asked to like use your own life as a scripture right now. Go back and read old journal entries. Go back and look at old things that you have written. Actually, I don't see a lot of writing out here at all. It's like something is just straight bypassing your logic. You're not able to write, you're not able to think, you're not able to focus, because your emotions are so, your emotions are making you impulsive. Your emotions are making you feel like this should be done already, this should have happened already, I shouldn't have to be waiting on this. And it's really making it a struggle for you to like think rationally and logically about lots of things. You could, so number one, maybe you should journal, or start a journal if you don't already, about the blessings that you have received, because if you're able to go back and read these things, it helps makes it more real to you that as God has blessed you before, God will bless you again. That's number one. Number two, you to center yourself, you might literally need to count your blessings, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like count them. Number one, my heart is beating. Number two, I can see. Number three, I am breathing. Number four, there's a roof over my head. Or if there's not a roof over your head, number four, I woke up this morning. Like whatever your blessings are, you need to count them. You possibly need to write them down. The other thing that might be helpful is to remember what your ancestors have already survived. So like remembering your ilk, your what's that word, like your what your grit, like what you're made of, like remembering the survival and the faith that is embedded in your DNA. And I'm going to go ahead and say it, try to make them proud, because I feel like whatever it is that you're dealing with is hard for you, but it may not be shit compared to what other people in your bloodline have gone through. So you're being asked to be like a big girl or a big boy, and step into the part of you that is able to do hard things. So I feel like you are able to do hard things, and it just may not feel like it right now, but you have all these tools at your disposal to kind of, like get your brain back, online, get yourself focused again on your own abilities, your own strength. You are, that's what I want to tell you. You are not helpless in this situation, but I feel like you feel very helpless. You feel very lost. Um, I say that because we have the Five of Cups as how you're feeling about yourself right now. So I know that you are feeling like a great loss. You're feeling like people are moving past you. This could be like a competitive thing where you just, like I say, you could feel like you were supposed to have done this by now. You were supposed to be further than this by now. Things were supposed to have worked out by now. And there's something that you really put your faith in and it didn't pan out. There's also hmm, there's also something to hear about the way that people see you, because we have the Ace of Cups for the way that people see you. People see you like you are full of love, like you are a fountain of faith and love and possibilities. And people expect you to laugh, and they expect you to be fun. They expect you to be playing music and to be in a good mood and to always be somebody that they can come to for an encouraging word or for a hug or for some sort of it's almost like you need to this is what this reading is telling you. You need to talk to yourself, because you are that kind of person for other people. You are the kind of person who can always put a positive spin on things for other people and make people laugh and make people feel happy and make them feel at ease, and just find the there's something about your inner child, like you're able to tap into other people's inner child. You somehow like know exactly what nurturing thing that people need to hear or know or experience, and you're able to provide that for them. But you are having the darndest time providing that for yourself. So maybe that's why writing came up, because maybe you need to like write yourself a letter. You need to talk to yourself like your own sweet baby. You need to say things to yourself that you would say to other people to help cheer them up. And you need to explain things to yourself the same way that you would explain it to somebody else, because I feel like you have a way of helping other people understand the not yetness. You have a way of helping other people understand that not yet doesn't mean no, the delayed does not mean denied. But within yourself, you're struggling. I mean, you're just struggling. There's no other way to say it. And I feel like you have to just sit down and have like a really nice, long, gentle talk with yourself. And then after that, there's also like something about this pep talk is you building yourself up and helping yourself to realize how much responsibility you have. Like I feel like you're in charge of a lot of shit. So whatever it is that you're trying to do, it's not just for you, it's for the benefit of others as well. I feel like you have a lot depending on you. So you put a lot of pressure on yourself for things to just immediately go the way that you need them to go. I feel like and you could have experiences where things worked really fast, like you prayed for something and it immediately showed up. Um so there's something about luck too. Like you could feel like in the past you were lucky and now you're not lucky, or something happened for you really quickly and now it's not happening so quickly. And so you could just be trying to strategize, like you're trying to ask yourself, like, what did you do wrong? What did you do wrong or different from the last time? Why did it work the last time and it's not working this time? It's like all that is caught up. But I think that you are discounting the fact that you're in a new phase of your spiritual journey. You're in a new phase of your spiritual maturity. So whereas other people, um, it does seem like they get lucky, that's really just to get, or you got lucky, that was really to get you on your spiritual journey, and that's to get other people on their spiritual journey. Because if people knew how hard shit was for real, they would never do it. So it's something about luck that it maybe it got you where you are, but it's, yeah, that's the thing too. Luck may have got you where you are, but it's not going to keep you where you are. There's something about skill that it's time for it to kick in. You have to, like my sister used to call it, stick to itiveness. There's a certain amount of like stick to itiveness and practice and consistency, and these, like the highs and the lows, the lows are just as important to the highs for whatever it is that you're being prepared for. And I do feel like you are being prepared. You're still being trained for something, and that could be bothering you too, because something about the fact that something or someone, this, but I do feel like this is spiritual, right? This is like your ancestors, your angels, spirit guides, this is the Most High. They feel like you need more training in something, or you need more practice in something. So you could feel like you have failed a test. You could feel like you failed a spiritual test because you're not at some level that you want to be at. But I said this in another reading too. You have no idea the level that you're going. Um, Look at this card. Okay, look at this Three of Wands. You see how this guy is like looking off into the distance, and you see behind him there's like this path that's coming from behind him. So the implication is that this person has come across this path down through these valleys, and now they're at some sort of summit. This shit could be at the top of a mountain, or it could be at the top of a hill. You don't really know. My point is, like, it could feel like you've been moving and going and trying and striving for a very long time, but you have no idea of how high you have to go. Basically, God assigned for you to climb Mount Everest, and you at the Sandia Mountains in New Mexico, and you said, okay, I climbed to the top of this mountain. Like, where's my riches? Where's where's the valley that I'm supposed to look on? Where's what you promised me? And God is prepping you to go to Nepal. Okay, that's where the Himalayas are, where most people don't make it out alive. So there's also something too about the preparation that you're experiencing, where it is protection. I feel like you don't really have a good idea of like how hard and involved and important and intricate something really truly is, and how difficult it is, and how most people don't achieve it. And it's like you're expecting congratulations and for somebody to give you a gold medal because you beat the neighborhood kids when you ran around the block. Because you is being prepared for the Olympics. That's the part you don't understand. Many are called, but the chosen are few, and you have been chosen. People always think that once they get chosen for something, that it's just going to be smooth sailing and easy after that. No, this is the beginning of the journey. Think about if somebody is chosen to be on some sort of team or some sort of squad. So you are at the upper echelon of like wherever they chose you from. Like maybe, yeah, you got recruited because you was the best on your high school team, but now you finna be trained to be in the pros. So you're really gonna show up the first day of the pros and be like, man, I can't believe they didn't give me my Super Bowl ring yet. Did you see all the stuff I did in high school to get here? And then people look at you like you're a damn fool, because it's like it's almost like you don't really understand where you are. You have tried so hard to get to a certain level, but it's almost like you didn't really understand the level that you was going to. Like, do you understand how much work is involved in this? Do you understand how much preparation is involved in this, so that you don't hurt yourself, so that you're able to do something safely? Just back with the thing with pro sports, it's like you mad because you have to wear a helmet and all this gear. You're like, I didn't have to do that in high school. We in high school because you was playing against little Bobby and his brother. Now you finna be playing against somebody who's been bench pressing 400 pounds every day for years. Like, you have to get your weight up. This is basically what this reading is saying. It's time for you to get your weight up, spiritually, mentally, definitely mentally and also emotionally. You cannot let these little setbacks really set you back anymore. You can't afford that anymore. You have to persevere. You're being made, you're being forged in the fire. You're being made better. So, yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna talk to you later. Peace.